Hello and welcome to MineMogul, a mining simulator game where you basically have to mine materials, process them and create different resources. I'm RS3 Gamer and we're just going to jump straight into a new game. Okay, so starting off coming down the elevator shaft down to our mining area. As you can see, for a relatively small studio, it's kind of indie style, the graphics are pretty good. And you can see we've got our starting area here for the computer for buying new bits of equipment. We've got a hat that we can look at. You can pick it up with the E key. There's also some drawers down here that you can open. In that top drawer we actually have a gold bar. And then over here we've got our pickaxe. Press the F key to interact and take that. And basically you've got our missions up in the top left hand corner. You can see we need to mine some ore. So a simple case of just hacking away with the pickaxe. At the beginning we are going to manually pick up the bits of ore with the E key and deposit them into the chute here. This carries it back up to the surface, earning us money and completing our missions. So there we go, there's our 5 pieces of ore, and now mission complete, earn some money, and it tells us to go and purchase a magnet from the computer shop. So F to interact, go to the tools, grab our magnet, purchase, comes down the chute, F to pick up, and that puts it into our toolbar at the bottom. Press tab, brings up our inventory, lets us move our items around, place in different locations on our toolbar, our hotbar. And now we've got a new mission. We need to mine some more ore and some more coal. So back to hacking away with the pickaxe. I'm not actually going to be counting how much of this ore that I'm hacking up. I'm just basically going to remove as much as I can to start off with. That'll do. Grab the magnet, right mouse button to activate. This is going to basically grab all of these bits of ore. And then I can just hold it over and left click, I'll just drop it in there, but if you also just hold it into the chute, it will work its way in. A few more pieces over here. And now we get to purchase an auto miner. So back to the computer, into machines, select our auto miner, purchase one of those. Grab it. When you pick up the machine tools like auto miners, things like that, it will go straight into your toolbar. So number 3 from our auto miner, we've got some different locations. We can highlight it with our miner, shows us what we can get. So ore, coal ore, crushed iron, diamonds. Most people generally start with this one over here. High on the ore, particularly iron, and then we get a chance of emeralds and diamonds. So place that down, starts mining straight away, and it's just going to slowly produce the ore. While it's working its way through, I'm just going to go around and hack up some more of these blocks with my pickaxe.
A few moments later.
So now I've just completed our ore crusher mission. Now we can go into the missions, we press T, see what quests we've got on. We can research new components. And you can see at the moment we've got Master of Coal, and we've got the ore crusher. So again, go to the computer, buy the crusher. And I'm going to hold off placing it yet, as I want to earn a bit more money. Then we can use some of that cash to build a good set of conveyors. So I'm just going to grab. See, this time we've got a diamond in there, so I'm just going to grab that with the E key. I'm just going to pop that over here so it's out of the way. So I'll need that later on. So one piece of equipment that's going to be quite handy is just a lantern to help light up the dark areas. Come across any of these deposits, these basically have diamonds in them. So here we've got a broken drill bit. We'll keep that off to one side, nice and safe. Now I'm actually going to buy another auto miner, so I want to generate as much money as possible to start. That gives me plenty to build my conveyor systems. I always like to get a nice input-output kind of system going. So we've got iron and coal. Good iron one there. Have a good iron one there. Iron and coal. This one's purely coal, so see about this one closer in. So iron and coal, go for that one. That's just a case now of waiting for the ore to be mined and the money to roll in. And we'll be able to build up some conveyors and get things a little bit more automated.
A few moments later.
So we'll come across these plungers. It's going to set off the dynamite, get access to other areas to mine in. So this area is more a bit of a copper area. We've got some iron nodes that we can harvest now. to make sure there's no emeralds or diamonds that might be in the pile. I just want to save them for particular missions. And also when we have the polish table. So I'm going to grab another miner. Go for a mainly coal one. It'll balance out the coal and the iron that we get from these two. So I forgot they do get actually their lantern to start off with next to the computer. I've already purchased one. But sparing it in the chute. Get a little bit of money from it. It's just the waiting game, building up the money, so we can start building up some conveyors.
One eternity later.
And I think I'm going to start off by having the conveyor system going around left to right and have my processing area down in this part of the cavern. So to place conveyors, just select the conveyor and then you can press Q. After rotate, Q changes the direction, as it's just going in one place. There's no real direction change on there. So I'm going to come out. On a curve. Just snake my way around. So I'm going to have a conveyor system coming down here at some point. So I'm just going to put a placeholder in where it's going to come in. Now I don't obstruct my path to get down here, plus at some point we'll have some conveyors coming up. So that's a gold area down here. So I'm going to go up, actually come around, all straight over as it is now, which I might decide to do. So we've got a few machines over here that I want to tie into as well. At the moment the supports of these conveyors are blocking our path, but we will unlock a tool which will remove these later on. I mean, some people might just rush ahead and build their crusher by now, so deposit the crush time, but I'm going to set up my infrastructure a bit more first. So it's the support wrench, that's the one we want. It is locked at the moment. So it's a research option, so one research ticket. You see we've got a gem collector mission that's popped up, I didn't notice that, but it's been putting my gems on one side. That's going to be easy enough to complete. Get us a polishing machine. So you can see when you select your conveyors, it does show you the ghost outline of your mining machines. So now I can place this here. So my next one, I'm going to have to... It's got to go there. Place my miner machine on the corner. And I'm going to use this area as my initial processing area.
A few moments later.
And there we go, our initial automation setup. All coming in, crushed, gems split off, back to flow. At the end we'll split the gems again, so go off to our polishing table. Just gets us increasing the amount of ore. So, a few more miners. So there you go, just completed our quest there, crushed the ore. It's going to give us our research token. And for that, I'm going to grab the support wrench. Let's remove these supports. Make it easier to navigate around our mining area. It's just a case of letting the money roll in until we can afford our next piece of equipment. So just quickly set the polishing table there, get these gems through. So that gem goes through really quick as I saved all my gems from earlier. So with the research tickets, I'm going to grab the shaker table. So this breaks down your coal into gems, particularly rubies. You lose some of the coal in the process, but this was plenty more coal to mine. Just need to get to the 3,500. And we'll just sacrifice that bar of gold. Run to the polisher. You want to make sure that you don't get any ores or other foreign materials going to your polisher, because it will mess it up. You get a beeping sound, it will go off colour, and it won't actually polish any materials for a few seconds, about 10 seconds or so. These broken drill bits are going to be needed for quests later on, so we're going to keep them stashed away. We're approaching the 3,500 we need for our shaker table, which I'm going to place over here. We will be missing out some of the coal that comes from this node, but it won't be too much. There we go. This table is in. Let's grab the ore. And basically the table will break down any bits of coal. And there's a chance of finding a ruby. Now I do have to keep an eye out for the ruby, so I'm going to need to grab it from my sorter.
One eternity later.
There's our first ruby. So in my current set, I'm going to need 2 rubies for the 2 sorters. Not that efficient, but that will change later on. So eventually, I'll have a ruby there. So now, sorter. In this case now, just waiting for the rubies to come through. In the meantime, we will grab the blast furnace. And now we get a mission for iron and copper ingots. So it does mean it's copper, which is fine because I've got copper there, it's over here on the cubes. What I'll do is I'll bring the furnace in after the crushed ore. You're going to crush ore before it goes to the furnace, as it will smelt it, pop it, and just put in the raw ore directly into it. Also look at then separating the coal, which is easy enough. So coal to this sorter, so we only pour iron and copper that should be going up here. And we'll route it from here into a furnace. I think I'll leave that for the next video. So hopefully you found this video interesting. This is my first one on the gaming side, and I'll see you in the next one.